Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double time time.
The Gear Generous Truck Series came to the Kansas Motor Speedway for 167 laps as everyone tried to forget the chaotic race that happened last week at Monza. It was Richard Schwinn on the pole with Tommy Haynes in the number 2 spot, then Frank DiMaggio, Jordan Malich, and Justin Morton, your top 5 on a track that everyone knew as one groove as the other one to run the top side. Or so they thought. On lap number 2, Frank DiMaggio got inside Richard Schwinn out of turn 4 and actually took over the race lead, as on newer tires and early on the low line was actually a pretty decent spot. But then a couple laps later on lap number 4, Hunter Truell gets into Brett Boncari, who in turn gets into Jordan Malich. He overcorrects and plows the Ulster Schwinn hard into the wall. Brian Den and Justin Morton also get involved right there in the apron, but Jordan Malich's hard luck season would continue. After they got back underway, Chris Scala, who started in the 16th position, was making his charge for the field. Here he gets on the outside of Jason Garrett, fighting for the number 7 spot, and he would eventually make the pass. But then the tricky part of Kansas is getting that high line to go just right. On lap number 21, he gets the outside wall, and he would fall all the way back to the 14th position. And meanwhile, Frank DiMaggio was dominant in segment 1, but he hit the wall in turn number 2, slowed him down big time, and then here came Chris Stump from out of nowhere from the 2nd spot, and he would take over the race lead. That'd be the 2nd lead change of the race. But then, a lap later, Stump returned the favor. He hit the outside wall. DiMaggio gets to the inside, and he would take the lead, and he would go on to win the first segment, as those segments ran 40 laps each. And after the restart of segment number 2, Jamie Christensen got way loose in turn 3 on older tires, clobbers the wall. Behind him, Brett Boncari gets into Joe Pedrick, and he also gets into Christensen. They would continue on, but then a lap later out of turn 2, Brett Boncari's damage made his truck very squirrely. He would lose it on the inside of the track. He would turn down the inside, not hit anything, but that would be the 3rd caution of the race. Lap number 56, there was a very tight battle for a second between Jason Garrett and Hunter Truell, but Truell hits the outside wall. He would correct it, and Joe Pedrick on newer tires, who remember got involved in the wreck of Boncari, flies through and goes free wide, and he would actually take over the number 2 spot. But then a few moments later, more problems for Boncari. He got loose in turn 4 and hits Andy Moore. He would lock it down, then slide up into the outside wall, but Boncari would force another caution. Not a good night for him all around. Meanwhile, after the restart, Chris Stump was still in the lead on older tires, but he gets blown by Hunter Truell on lap number 62. Joe Pedrick, Jason Garrett also in the mix, and actually, Pedrick actually gets inside of Hunter Truell for the lead. On lap number 64, he almost gets it, but he would fall back to the number 2 spot. Meanwhile, behind them, Chris Scala was also on the charge. He was caught up to Truell and Pedrick, and they would go nip and tuck and battle hard for the race lead. Eventually, Pedrick would fall to 3rd. Truell gets hung up in lap traffic out of 4, that being Chris Stump on the older tires, and Scala goes on and takes over the race lead. And then after a little while, Jason Garrett actually took the lead away from Chris Scala on number 95. Also, Katie Hyde was also in the mix as well, and Hyde actually gets to the inside of Garrett, and she would actually take over the race lead for just a little bit, and then Garrett would come and take it right back. Eventually, it was Frank DiMaggio coming back to the front to where he pretty much belonged, especially over the last few weeks. He would reclaim over the race lead and eventually set sail. And then, lap number 107, Riley Sherman defies the laws of physics, stuffs it in the wall in the front straightaway, and flips. The caution would come out as a result of that. And then, on the restart, Chris Scala loses it in 4, gets hit by Justin Moore, and Jordan Malich had his truck repaired, gets clobbered, and also Scotty Chandler involved. And that was after the restart, lap number 119, and that was the 7th caution of the race. As the race started to wind down, lap 130, Chris Stump got back on the lead lap, was in a fight with Frank DiMaggio and Jason Garrett as those three trucks would go hard for the race lead. DiMaggio, though, would eventually hang on and start to pull away from Garrett and Stump. Katie Hyde, who was in the top 2, was having big problems. She loses it on a 4 number 134. She would save it and continue on, but eventually spin near the end of the race. Not a good way to end her night. In the end, it was all Frank DiMaggio taking the win at Kansas, his 5th win of the season. He's been on a torrid pace. Final results were DiMaggio, Garrett, Tommy Haynes comes back to finish in 3rd, Chris Scala, Jamie Christian, Joe Petrick, Hunter Terrell, Brett Boncari, Andy Moore, and Katie Hyde would recover to be in the top 10, as Chris Stump had problems late in the race. In the point standings, after the shakeup in Monza, Frank DiMaggio is the point leader by 1 point over Brian Dent, and Richard Schwinn 6 back. Then it's Justin Morton, Brett Boncari, Joe Petrick, Jamie Christian, John Dews, James Williams falls to 9th, and Chris Scala rounds out the top 10.